everyone, it's Rachel. For today's workout, we're working on developing long, lean, and toned legs. So here we go. I hope you enjoy this one. Extend the left leg behind you. You'll feel a tone right underneath the left glutes. Use your low belly to inhale, glide the left leg back to tabletop. Exhale, bend the right knee, extend the left leg back. So we'll take a few of these right here. You'll start to feel a real balance challenge as you're stabilizing to stand tall on that right leg. Your left knee is only able to come back to that 90-degree angle because your low belly invites the leg back to tabletop. You have 3 more like this. 2 more. On the next one, we'll keep the left leg back. Maintain a soft bend in that right leg. Take little tiny reaches up towards the sky. Notice my body is in a slight incline here. I'd like to incline the body so that I maintain length through my lumbar spine. Last 4 like this. Reach those toes long. Last 2. And stand nice and tall. Let's turn to face the front. We're going to open our legs into a nice wide stance. Your toes and knees are facing the side, feeling the rotation from the top of the hips. Arms reach out. Let's exhale to bend the knees, going into a plie. Inhale, stand up nice and tall. Exhale, take a bend. Inhale, stand tall. We'll do a few more like this. Every time you bend your knees, you're going to feel that your sits bones broaden on the way down. When you stretch the legs, the sits bones will narrow. These are plies, so we want to keep our back upright, nice and tall. Be very careful you're not leaning forward and poking your bottom out, so keep your bottom down right underneath you. Every time you stretch the legs, I like to imagine that I have magnets on each inner thigh. Those magnets are drawing together, so I get that tone through the inner thighs. Last 2 like this. The next one, we're going to stay down. So stay down right here. Imagine that your right inner thigh is spiraling forward. That's going to peel your heel off the mat 1 inch. I'm shaking already. Set the heel down. Let's imagine the left inner thigh spirals forward. The heel peels off the mat 1 inch. Set it down. We're going to keep on alternating. So the reason we only lift our heel 1 inch, you can see I'm shaking because I'm activating the back line of my leg underneath the legs. When we pop all the way up onto the ball of our foot, we start to engage the quadricep and then we begin to bulk in the thighs. So instead, we keep the heel up only 1 inch. Continue to feel those inner thighs spiraling forward. Find that your shoulder blades are guiding down your back so the shoulders stay away from your ears, creating a long neck. Part of developing long, lean legs is also getting that tone through the inner line of the legs. Set the heels down, stand all the way up. We're going to come to lie onto our mat for a side leg series. So to start, I'm going to lay down on the left side of my body. I'm keeping my body in one long line. If you find that you want more stability, you're going to lift the legs and take them forward to the front corner of the mat. If you want that balance challenge, keep the legs long underneath you. We'll bring the top leg towards hip height. Let's exhale, reach the top leg forward. Inhale, bring it in line with the hip. Exhale, reach the top leg forward. Inhale, bring it in line with the hip. We have a few more like this. Rather than thinking of kicking your leg front, I think of lengthening and then lengthening long to bring the leg back to hip height. You have 4 more like this. You're using that front arm just to stabilize you here so you can keep your hips nice and even. Last 2 like this. On the next one, we'll keep the leg hip height, but we're turning our toes in. It might feel a little bit funny like you're pigeon-toed, but we want to work the body at different angles. So you're taking little tiny reaches up towards the sky, working on that internal rotation. In just a few more, we'll get to that external rotation, little tiny reaches up. Last 4 like this. Last 3. On this next one, we're going to bring the legs together, turning out into Pilates V. My heels are together, but my toes are apart. I'm pointing my toes. On an inhale, I'm going to reach my right leg long. Flex through the foot. Feel those magnets on my inner thighs again as they draw towards one another. I'm going to point the foot down here. Inhale, reach the leg high. Flex the foot and draw the legs together. Notice I'm moving at a slower pace. You want to imagine that as your leg is going down, someone is resisting you from closing the leg. So you're creating your own resistance as you do this work. We have 3 more like this. 2 more here. And take 1 more. Let's sit up tall on the center of our mat. We're going into what's called the can-can. So bring your legs together and then all the way up on the tips of my toes. Your arms are behind you. Arms can be straight, or you can come down to your forearms. We'll drop our knees to the right, to the left, to the right, and we'll extend out and in. So this happens 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Extend out and in. 1, 2, 3. Extend out and in. So we're lengthening the back line of the legs here. We're also working through our obliques, through our waistline as we switch the legs from side to side. Try to broaden your chest. So feel like your collarbones are reaching to the sides. We have 1 more set, so 1 more on each side. Take that final side and we're going to lay on our back for a double leg stretch. Nice. So come all the way onto your back. Draw your knees towards your chest and nod the chin, the head and shoulders come off the mat. Inhale, reach the legs and arms in opposition. Exhale, circle your arms around so you hug the knees into your chest. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, circle the arms around, hug the knees to your chest. Just a few more like this. Continue to move your navel towards your spine. We're stretching in opposition before hugging the knees in. Last 3. Try to gaze towards your navel. Last 2. Moving on to a double straight leg stretch. Set your head down. Arms are by your side. Reach the legs up. Heels together, toes apart, Pilates V. I'm still maintaining a neutral spine, so there's a little bit of space between my low back and the mat. Inhale here. As you exhale, reach the legs forward. I'm going to use my low belly to guide the legs back to the sky. Now notice, as I'm working, I'm not focused on getting my legs as low as they can go. I'm only moving my legs a few inches. This allows me to still work through the low belly, still elongate through the legs and feel the tone in my inner thighs. And the entire time, I'm keeping my body organized. One more, we're gonna go into our scissor stretch. Draw the knees towards your chest. The right leg extends to the sky. Left leg on a diagonal. You're gonna hold behind your right leg. It's wherever you can grab. So behind the thigh, behind the calf, or behind the ankle. Just make sure you don't grab behind your knee. From here, send the energy of your leg into your hands. That causes your head and shoulders to peel off the mat. I'm gonna reach my right leg towards me for 1, 2. Switch, left leg reaches towards me for 1, 2. Continue to breathe, drawing the navel towards the spine. Taking 2 counts for each leg. Let's reduce it to single count. So we switch and switch and switch. Switch, you have 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Final set. Draw the knees towards the chest. We're gonna reach yourself up to a seated position and get that side lying leg series for the other side. So we'll lay down on our right side this time. Legs are long, but if you want more stability, remember you can always bring your legs slightly forward. We're gonna bring the top leg towards hip height. Exhale, reach the leg forward. Inhale, bring it back in line with your hip. Exhale, reach the top leg forward. Inhale, back in line with the hip. So notice as you're laying down on the mat, you're still lifting from that underneath right side. So even though we're laying down, we don't want to lose energy in the body. I have 4 more like this. 3 more. Then we're gonna go into that internal rotation in 1 more. Let's turn the toes to face the ground. Little tiny reaches up with that internal rotation. Notice that your bottom right leg is still reaching as long as possible. Just a few more right here. Last 4, 3, 2. Let's come into that Pilates V. Heels are together, toes are apart. Point the toes, inhale, reach the leg up. Exhale, flex the foot. Magnetize the inner line of the legs together. Inhale, reach the leg long. Exhale, flex the foot, draw those legs together. Keep on going. You have 4 more like this. So once again here, it's not about how high you can kick the leg, but more that you're keeping organization of the body. The hips are shining forward, shoulders are shining forward, and we're trying not to rock in our upper body. 1 more like this. Next, we're gonna come all the way up to standing so we can finish up on our final side. So this time, we'll float those arms back up to that V. It's the right leg we'll start with. Let's inhale, draw the right leg to a 90-degree angle. Exhale, bend your left knee and stretch the right leg long behind you. I'm going to use underneath my left glute to stand tall as my core draws my right leg back to tabletop. Exhale, bend the left knee. Extend the right leg long. You have a few more like this. Remember that you have a slight incline forward so that we lengthen through our lumbar spine. We never want to feel like our low back is crunchies. Last 3. 2 more like this. Just a few more right here. So we're toning right underneath the tush and lengthening long through that right leg. Last 4, 3, 2, and come all the way up. We are all finished with our long, lean, and toned leg workout. I hope you feel even longer than you did before you started this exercise. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.